What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone Lite. Oh yeah, guys, so I just been spending the last, I don't know, hour or so doing a bunch of fusion crafting here. Yeah, so what we are planning on doing for today is we have just a few quests left. We have 4 quests remaining. I wanted to look at making the infinity armor, so I have a lot of stuff prepared here. We go to the quest book and we go to Welcome to Light here. Yeah, infinity armor. We have to make one of each of these different pieces. So if we search for infinity, we can see that the infinity armor itself is an extreme crafting recipe that does require the draconic gear. Doesn't say that it has to be upgraded, just the draconic gear as part of the thing. So I do remember in the past that I've made the infinity gear, and while you are essentially unkillable in it, and I think you have flight, which has cool wings and stuff, you don't move fast, right? So it's going to move a lot slower than we can move with this armor. We don't have like stop on a dime. We don't have night vision. Well, actually there might be night vision. I don't remember. Anyway, I just remember I felt like the infinity armor was far inferior to the fully upgraded draconic armor. So I went ahead and I made all the different pieces here so we can upgrade our infused carbon stuff and a gem chestplate to the wyvern armor and then upgrade that again to the draconic armor. Yep. That is the plan for right now. So we can go ahead and place a few of these items in these things any which way, just as long as they're in their own separate fusion crafter thingy. And then I do believe it requires for those and for these. And then we can put in each one of these different items in there. Yeah, and then we get the wyvern armor. So we'll go ahead and make a brand new set of wyvern armor. We're going to upgrade that to the draconic armor, which we should probably grab the rest of the materials for. Let's see. In order to make that, we need the crystal matrix. Oh, you know what? That's not an extreme I was thinking that's another fusion crafting. It's an extreme crafting, so we don't really need all of this stuff on us at the moment. But yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade all this stuff to the wyvern stuff. We'll prepare to get ourselves the draconic stuff, and then we'll look at upgrading that further to the infinity stuff. So yeah, we're gonna need a bunch of infinity ingots, a lot of the neutronium ingots. I'm not actually sure right now. I did not take stock on how much of that stuff that we have, but I counted up and it looks like it's 69 infinity ingots for all of these different armors here to go to the infinity, because each one requires a different amount of these infinity ingots, right? So I think I counted 69, and then plus it's going to require an additional 121 neutronium ingots. Oh my goodness, I don't know if we're going to have that much stuff. Maybe I should have set up our neutron collectors a long time ago to keep collecting these. How many do we have right now? 537. Is 537 minus the amount that's going to take to make 69 infinity ingots going to be enough to leave us 121 neutronium ingots? I hope so. If not, we might have to save the rest of this crafting for another day, which I really don't want to do. But I guess we'll check it out. If I need more ingots, I might end up just making more of these neutron collectors. I mean, we can just kind of like sandwich these on top of each other, add in another 2, maybe 3 more levels of these things, and just have them all go into this. Anyway, we'll figure that out when we get to that point, but hopefully we'll have enough for all of these different things. So the wyvern armor is now all done. We can take these. I'll start charging up my inventory here. Oh, got a little ultimate stew left. So if we want to upgrade these further to the draconic, we need the awakened cores, the draconic energy cores, plus the crystal matrix and all this awakened draconium stuff. Let's grab the awakened. We should have plenty of that. We need the crystal matrix. Whoops. I do that a lot. When I go and I type something, I put my hand on my mouse, I will always smack that right click button, which like clears whatever I'm on. I almost wish there was like a shift right click or something to clear that out. I do that all the time. Is that just me? Do you guys do that too? I don't know. Anyway, so let's do a draconic helmet. We'll do a draconic chest plate. We will do a draconic leggings. Remember when this was a struggle to do? Now just like, let's just go and do it. And then we'll do draconic boots. Cool. So now we have another full set of draconic armor, not upgraded. So this is kind of cheap compared to what we're wearing. And now we can look at upgrading that to the infinity armor. All right, so that's all done. So now we need these infinity ingots, which requires this crazy extreme crafting. So I'll go ahead and set up another recipe for this. You know what? That's going to require a stack of each of these. Oh my goodness. We don't have near enough of these, do we? Is there a way to get these neutronium ingots faster than what I'm aware of? How are we supposed to get... That's 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 times 64. Plus, we need a few more. Plus, we need like 100 and something. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have enough? We have 538. I feel like we're not quite there. I feel like we don't have enough, guys. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough. If we have to have a stack of those per slot, that is definitely... We're not even halfway there. Oh my goodness. Is there a way to get these things faster? Okay, well, I tell you what. Since we don't have enough of those and we are going to have to wait in order to finish what we're doing here, I guess what we should do is go ahead and make a lot more of the neutron collectors. Like, we're going to need a lot of these things. Like, so many of those. Now, we can't make these with EMC. So the more we have, the faster we get the neutron ingots or nuggets or whatever, the tiny piles of neutrons. So yeah, I guess we'll take a neutron collector and a whole lot of emeralds. I once again set up our quarry to another quadrant. So we're doing, it'll be 3/4 done when this quarry is now done. We'll go ahead and put that there, and then we'll just pop these guys in like so. I really don't know how much of these we need. We need a lot. Okay, so I'll probably make, I don't know, 4 or 5 stacks, 6 stacks of neutron collectors, and then we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so now we have what seems like a ridiculous amount of these neutron collectors. I am noticing that some of these are not having the animated textures on the front, and I don't think that means anything. Like, there's appears to be nothing wrong with them. They're just not the animated textures for some reason. But yeah, I noticed that we were off-centered here a little bit, so I saw that we had 5 on this side, and it was only like 2 on this side, so I ended up making 5 on that side. So now we're like 11 wide by 8 deep, so we have 88 of these per row. I think with the 6 rows there, I counted like 550. I can't remember. I did the math there a little bit ago, but I can't remember the exact number. Anyway, we have over 500 of these things now, which is pretty amazing. So pretty much whenever we look at this thing and we look at the pile of neutrons, we can pretty much always see this number increasing. There is slight pauses every now and then, but we are collecting these at a very reasonable rate now. And, you know, even with all those tile entities there, it's not harming our FPS too much, which is great. I was kind of afraid as I was placing down all these conduits, it started getting laggier and laggier every time I placed one down. And I guess because it has to update a larger and larger conduit network. But yeah, I was kind of afraid that we would start running into a point where it would just start hurting our FPS. But no, it seems like we're pretty good here. I did remove the connections between all of these rows here. I kind of feel like, I don't really know how this mod works, but I kind of feel like the more connections, the more paths that it has to check to see if it can take an item from point A to point B. So I wanted to limit that down, and it has less things to render. So I feel like that would help the FPS a little bit. I don't know if it does or doesn't, but that's just the reason why I've done it like this. So you can see on all of these that we have removed the cross part. So it's just like solid rows, and then they connect the front. And then over here on the side, we connect everything together, and then that goes into our compacting drawer here, which is connected to our applied energistics system. So now we should be able to see the neutrons as they collect here, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, we need a fair few more of these neutronium ingots than what we currently have in order to do what we want. So this is going to end up having to be a project for another day, I expect. But yeah, we should be doing pretty good. I really hope the next time that I log back in, we'll have enough of the neutronium ingots to make all the infinity ingots that we need to make the infinity armor. Okay, so let's move on to another quest here. So we had a chaotic solar panel that needed to be made in the generation revolution. So this thing here, the chaotic solar panel, this does not have EMC. It can hold 2 trillion RF in it. It generates 500,000 RF per tick, which is crazy. and it can transfer 4 million RF per tick if it has a little bit of a buffer in it. So this sounds like a pretty awesome solar panel. Let's take a look at that. So the chaotic solar panel requires us to have 4 draconic solar panels, 4 awakened cores, which you should probably start crafting. That takes a minute. 4 of those things. Okay, so those will craft up. And then a chaos shard. So that gives us 3 of these things, which is amazing, actually. So we'd be taking about 500,000 RF per tick, at, 131,000 RF times 4, and turn that into 1.5 million RF per tick. I think that is a pretty good trade for 1 chaos shard, especially since we can get these things 20 per chaos island, and we don't technically even have to fight the chaos guardian, which is amazing. The hardest part of this is going to be getting these awakened cores. Now, I remember we had some draconic solar panels, and I think we left that in the mining world. Do we have any more left here? We have 1 that is not EMCable. What was the cost for those? So that requires solar panel tier 8 plus a draconic energy core plus wyvern cores. I don't think we have any of those things, no. So we might end up going back to the mining world and stealing those solar panels. Let's go ahead there right now. I can't remember if we put 2 or 3 there. What did we put? We have 3 here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade these plus that one in our ME system up to the draconic, or I guess the chaotic level. Then we'll just have 1 solar panel here powering everything, which will be amazing. So yeah, I believe I had to put some torches here, by the way. The island was letting mobs spawn, so that's why those torches are here. I think we are over in this section mining right now, or it might be that one. I think it's this one. Anyway, so yeah, we're currently mining another quadrant here. Then we got 1 final quadrant left, and I don't know if we're ever gonna need that much emerald blocks, but yep, that's where we are on that right now. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we have things cooking up here. It is gonna take a minute for all these awakened cores to be processed. Let's make sure the auto crafting is working. Looks like things are going good over here. So yep, just another waiting game while we wait for, like, what is it, 20 or something of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess 20 of these wyvern cores be crafted up into these awakened cores. Anyway, it's gonna take a little bit of AFK time, so I'm gonna AFK and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so I went ahead and I crafted up a bunch of these awakened cores. We're gonna need 4 of those for this recipe, and then I figured we should grab the ones for the chaotic fusion crafting injector as well, which is going to require chaotic cores, which requires 4 more of these awakened cores per. We need a few more chaotic cores. Well, we need at least 1 more for this, and then there was another one for, I think, our Tome knowledge. Anyway, so I was kind of looking at this, and this says this is a tier draconic to convert the draconic to the chaotic version. But yeah, the chaotic solar panel, which we're gonna make here, requires a chaotic, which means we need at least 8 chaotic fusion crafting injectors. 8 of them. So we have to do this recipe 8 times, which means we need 16 chaotic cores, which means we need a stack of awakened cores. A stack. A full stack. That is a lot. Then we're also going to need a full stack of chaos shards, plus the one that goes in the center here. Yeah, plus another one for this. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go back. Chaos shards. We have half of what we need, guys. We aren't close. So we have 12 of those awakened things. But yeah, like I said, we need a stack. So we need 52 more of those. Just waiting for these to craft. That was like about 20-ish minutes. I think it's time that we just craft up 100 of those things, which is more than what we need. And we're just going to let this thing run because there's nothing else we can do. Like we have to wait on this, right? It's not like we can just be like, okay, I'll just make a cut here and then we can go ahead and do it. No, we have to wait because that is going to take a long time. I've also been keeping an eye on our infinity ingots here. So we have this many so far. These all have to be full stacks. Not quite there yet, but I filled in everything else. So since the last time I checked, neutronium ingots, we have 7 more, which is great. So that should finish up this stack, and now we're working on that one. Okay, so yeah, we're getting those things roughly, I don't know, about an ingot a minute or so. But yeah, there's a lot of stacks here that we're gonna need. Plus, I think I said we needed 69 of those in order to make the armor. So we're still gonna need, you know, a lot more, like another 2 stacks or another stack or so after this for the neutronium ingots. I was looking if we could use a material absorber. I was hoping that there was another way that we could do this. I was looking if we could use a material absorber to turn these neutronium ingots into, well, I guess make an RF Tools world out of them. But yeah, you place that down, you place this on top, and nothing happens. I don't think you have to give it a redstone signal. I think you just place it down. So like if we get rid of this and we place that, yeah, it just sucks that up immediately. Now this thing is going to be ready to go for emerald, but we already have an emerald world. Yeah, it looks like we can delete the previous stuff on there. What I should do, since that does have EMC, we should grab our tablet thing. Was it in here? Yeah, grab this thing so we can learn it, so we never have to make another one of those again. Or maybe I already did that. Maybe I did. Okay, yeah, we have one there. Anyway, so yeah, there is no way that I can tell that we can kind of cheese the system. Like, we have to wait. That's pretty much the end game of this pack, is wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up, get everything auto crafting, and then wait hours for your auto crafting to finish. I kind of wish that Draconic Evolution had an upgrade here. Like, obviously we can upgrade these to the Chaos, but I mean, like, there should be some way, like, okay, you've auto crafted, you've made, I don't know, 30 of these awakened cores. Here's a new machine where you can make everything instantly, just pump in the items, right? Well, pumping the items in the power. There should be something like that, in my opinion. Yeah, packs that just sit there, they give you the ability auto-craft, but then you have to wait a tremendous amount of time. Not the best way in the world, in my opinion. Well, okay, well, we won't be able to do this particular thing. We can't make the Chaos solar panel. We can't really make the 8 chaotic fusion crafting injectors. Are we able to make the Tome of Knowledge? This is another thing that we could look at. Tome of Knowledge. So we need, oh, that's not bad. So 1 infinity ingot, 1 chaotic core, and 1 transmutation tablet, and that'll unlock everything. You know what? That is what we're going to work on next. Okay. So first things first, let's put this in here because we need another one. That's more than what we need. I just needed one. I just needed one. We'll put all these others back in here so it'll convert back into EMC. We try and do something else. You know what? I guess we could take this and learn one too. Although when we get the Tome of Knowledge, we'll have everything learned, right? Okay, so that's learned. Yeah, we can just go and convert that to EMC. All right, so we have our 1 transmutation tablet. Oh, actually, I guess that is a problem, isn't it? All right, so now we have a 2nd transmutation tablet. Yeah, I can't, like, take this out and do that. I guess I could search for that, right? I keep forgetting this thing has a search bar. So yeah, we can search for the transmutation table and the tablet. Anyway, so we have that we needed. So we need that plus 1 of our chaotic cores. But, oh, you know what? That is chaotic here as well. Dang it. So we need 2 chaotic fusion crafting injectors. Again, let's take a look. Chaotic fusion crafting injectors requires us to have 4 of these chaotic cores. We have 1. And then that's going to require these awakened cores. So I guess we could stop our large autocraft that I just set up right now. We could make these 2, well, I guess 4 of these guys. Make 2, well, yeah, I guess we're going to have to make 4 more of those guys. Make 2 of the fusion crafting injectors, and then try and bust out the Tome of Knowledge so we can at least get something done today. Let's do that. Let's cancel this. Cancel. We'll let it finish up whatever it is that it's doing back here. Okay, so we need to make the chaotic cores, and this has to be done by hand, again, because a chaos shard goes in the center, and they go on the outside. That's just a no-go for our auto-crafting setup here. Okay, so we are going to need 16 awakened cores, which we should have. No, we only have 4. Okay, so I guess we need to tell the system to make 2 more of those. So we're going to need 16 awakened cores, and then we are going to need a bunch of the chaotic cores, which are the chaos shards, which we have. Not a big deal. Awakened blocks are not a big deal either. Okay, well, as soon as this finishes up, we'll get the chaos cores going. Dang, this is so much crafting. Yeah, I really should have set this thing up to craft like 100 of these or something overnight. That would save us a lot of time and me waiting between cuts for these things to happen. So that's probably what I'm gonna do next time the server restarts or whatever, is just queue this up to craft like 100 or 200 of those things and just let it go to town so I don't have to sit here and wait on it. I think that's gonna be the smartest option. But anyway, we have to wait for these things to finish up, so let's do that and then we will be right back, guys. All right, guys, so once again, we have a lot of crafting done here. We have enough for 4 recipes of our chaotic cores. So yes, it's just gonna be placing our chaos shards in here, letting it do its thing. Charging this up takes a large amount of time too, because we never did set up like a large power storage. That might be something worth doing depending on how many more of these crafts that we're gonna have to do. Yeah, it really would be nice if I would have done that before, because now we just simply can't keep up with the power. Yep. You know what? I was gonna say maybe we could grab some of those solar panels that we're using in the mining dimension, but honestly, I don't think that's gonna be a great idea. No, I think that what we're doing right now is gonna be about the fastest we can do without some kind of a large power storage. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for this thing to finish up here. It's gotta do this 4 times. This is just the first one. Yeah, 3 more times after this, and then we'll be back. All right, so in order to upgrade the chaotic fusion crafting injector, we need draconic fusion crafting injector. So I grabbed 2 from up here and I placed it into our, whatever the thing's called, the fusion crafting core. So we got 2 of them right there. All right, so now we need 4 nether stars, a dragon egg, 2 chaos cores, and 1 chaos shard. So we're doubling everything because we need 2 of these things. So I got 2 of these guys. We'll place that there. We have 2 dragon eggs. Those have EMC. We had 1 dragon egg, so I went ahead and I EMC'd and multiplied it a few times. So there's a little bit of nether star action. Is that 4 of them? Yeah, I guess that's 4 of them. Okay, now we need 2 of these cores here. Not the single, but we need 2 of these. Is that one free? There, cool. So now we should have everything going on in order to upgrade our draconic fusion crafting injectors into the chaotic version. We need 1 of those to complete a quest. Yep. Oh, this is taking so long, guys. I wasn't expecting all of this fusion crafting. So let's grab the chaotic this. Put that in my inventory. Give me the ding. There it is. Okay. So we got a ding, we did a thing, which is awesome. We'll do bottom loot chest today. How does that sound? Sounds pretty amazing to me. Okay, so we'll grab the chaotic, the second one. Both of these guys we'll place right back up here where they were previously. Don't have to change any settings at all, at least I don't believe so. So we were going to make the Tome of Knowledge. The Tome of Knowledge. So that requires 1 chaotic core and 1 infinity ingot. All right, so we have this set up over here. I'll have to replace all those neutronium. So 1 chaotic core, 1 infinity ingot, and then it required a transmutation tablet for the centerpiece. Okay, so we should be good to go here, hopefully. Okay, so place that there, and this guy here, and finally 1 of these there. Okay, so that is charging up, and that looks like that's going to use a lot of power. How much power did it say that was going to use? That's going to use 2 trillion RF. I realized I said trillion when I meant billion, thousand, million, billion. Not 2 trillion, 2 billion. BRB. And that just completed. So the Tome of Knowledge, there it is. We can EMC these if we want to make more of them. I can't imagine why we'd want to, but you know, since we can, let's go ahead and learn it. But you know what I think? I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, once we use the Tome of Knowledge, it'll unlock the fact that we can make more Tome of Knowledge anyway, so probably don't have to learn that individually. So the way this guy works is if you burn it, it should unlock every single thing that's EMCable. So we should have like everything. You want an alchemical bag? now we have all the colors available, all the different flavors of alchemical bags. That is really good. So I guess we could do all the different types of coal, every different flavor of that, including all the chisel varieties, it seems like. Pulverized coal, coal powder, all of these different things. So anything that has EMC, we should now be able to just, even though we've never made it before, we should be able to pull it out of our transmutation table as long as we have enough, or a tablet, I guess, as long as we have enough internal EMC, right? So that is really good. Okay, but that did unlock this quest over here. So let's go back. Project Evolution, Book of Knowledge, bottom loot chest, claim it. So the whole Project Evolution section is now completed. Draconic Evolution section now completed. We still have the Generation Revolution where we are gonna need a few more Chaos injectors in order to complete. And then again, we need to wait on all the Neutronium ingots for the Infinity Armor. Not quite there yet, but we did make some good progress to get today. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get this all knocked out here very soon. Whoops, I didn't mean to pop that. I guess we did. I was gonna look in here. Yeah, so we need all of these Neutronium ingots. Let's take a good look again. How many of those we have? 26. So we should be able to like fill this back in a little bit, fill those back up to a stack, and there we go. So yep, gonna take a little bit of time. Hopefully we'll have enough by our next recording in order to finish this up. And then we got the mystical fertilizer, which we don't need. We have plenty of that. And we got a flask of adrenaline haste 2 as our other reward. Nothing super great today as far as rewards go, but that's just the way it goes. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go and wrap the episode up here for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while we play a little bit of Project Ozone Lite. Yep, again, we're waiting for things to craft. I'll go ahead and queue up a bunch of those awakened cores. Hopefully those will be done by next time, so you don't have to wait on those. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.